Let's now understand function app interface. On the top, we are getting essentials like in which resource group you have deployed this, the status of the function app, what is the location, etc. On the top, you are getting the browse feature where you can access the files of the function app. You can just refresh your function app. If you're getting some errors, it can just refresh it for you. You can also stop the function app if you don't want to run the existing functions and you want to stop all the APIs or the function that you have written. You can also restart that if you randomly face some errors. So restart sometimes helps, just like restarting your machine. You can also delete this function app from here. These are some basic options, but on the left you have a lot. If you expand this headers, here you got a lot of options, such as in the access control, you can provide the accesses to the services or specific users on this function app. If you want to diagnose or solve any problems on this function app, you can click here. Then the important thing is function app keys. These are the keys which can help you to authenticate on any other service. It can be Azure Data Factory, it can be Logic Apps, it can be Synapse Analytics or any other. If you see Deployment Center, this tells you how many deployments you have done and what happened with that deployment. Was it successful? Was it failed? And you can do deployments through VS Code, Azure DevOps, etc. If you see here, source can be GitHub, Azure repos. So these are the two options, but we will talk about this later. Environment variables are very important because if you want to save any of the values which you want to retrieve from the environment variables of this function app, you need to store those values here and then retrieve it in your code dynamically. Configuration tells you the basic configuration that it has done for function app, like which Python version it has used, which runtime stack it has used, right? And some of the other features like HTTP version, etc. If you see path mapping, we don't have anything here, but you can mount any Azure storage here. One important thing is identity, which we can enable. If you want to provide managed identity access to any other service to the function app, you can click on and save. This will enable a system assigned managed identity, and this identity can be assigned on any other service. Let's say you want to provide Azure Data Factory the access of this function app. You can just go to your Azure Data Factory IAM and provide this managed identity access there. If you are setting a virtual network and if you want to set up private endpoints for this function app, go to networking and set up those. And there are some other options which we can explore later.